I could not stand her. When they brought her in and took you out, I was, bro. Get this knockoff ass Chloe up out of here, bro. She hated my relationship with you. She hated the relationship I had with
the other managers. Oh, my baby.
You had a lot of babies at Whataburger, though.
Okay.
Because I work with you at Whataburger.
Okay, we're going to get to you at Whataburger. Yeah. Because
it's a lot of shit. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Here, I thought I had a lot on my hands with this.
Okay, so this is me. This is me prior to Paisley Hayes, prior to Cammy, and prior to all this. Like, Whataburger and all the employees of Whataburger was my baby.
Yeah, they were. Gotcha. We love her. Like everybody. Like she had a lot of people.
I was the favorite manager and the most hated manager amongst everybody else because they loved me. They loved me.
Yeah. Like nobody when she came inside, like everybody was happy to see her. Glad that she was the manager there. Everybody else, every other manager did not get that attention. Like, we loved her because she would always make it live and we would still get our job done, but she would make the work fun.
Okay, so let's start with the first Whataburger. Okay, that first one, that was a really good stepping stone. That's when I first became manager. That's when I really just learned that I was somebody that people needed. At that specific Whataburger, I had 4 people come to me.
You were really like a mom.
Yes, I was more like the mom. They came to me because they wanted to commit suicide. And as a manager, you weren't supposed to be so involved in their lives, but it's just like when you have these kids coming to you and they can't talk to their families, I was that person they talked to. Mm-hmm. Like, I was that one that helped them get through the day, or they going through this struggles and shit. Like, they fucked with me. They loved me. So I really liked working at the first Whataburger, and I'm glad I left because...
Which location was yours?
Okay, this was like 1960 Treshwig. And then I
went at Walgreens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that was the first one I was at.
I work near there.
So then I got transferred. Well, they asked me did I want to be transferred, and at the time it was a lot closer to where I was living, and I wanted a fresh start. To be honest, I thought I was going to go over there and become GM because they put me at that store when there was no GM. They had me come in there and run all the managers. They had me come in there and do all the hiring, which shit, they never found out. I hired my whole sister. Mm-hmm. Like, I hired my whole sister and made her a manager.
Yep,
like,
I was in there.
They
didn't know. I was in there for a long time. They did not know. We were related. We were working shifts together and everything.
Nepotism. Keep the world going.
But they never knew. But sometimes they would ask us, okay, we're different body sizes and shapes, so it's like, they probably didn't think that. But when they heard us over the loudspeaker, we sound the same.
We sound the same. So they'd be like, Chloe, and I'd be like, oh, let me go get her. And they'll say, and
then Chloe, Zoe,
yeah,
like
vice versa, right?
But our last names are different and everything, so they could never prove it. I think they knew, honestly. I think like Jose, Sharon, I feel like they knew.
You know they knew. They was nosy as hell.
But they just kind of like.
But like, okay, we worked shift with Jose and Sharon. I mean, she came in there several times, talked to. You don't think they? I guess because we were both good workers.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, shit, we worked together. I had a lot of cool experiences at Whataburger, especially sometimes with my overnight crew. Remember that one New Year's? Yes. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, it was New Year's. Actually, this is the New Year's that you and my baby went to your friend's house. Okay, that time.
Or was that like 2017?
Or was I at the other Whataburger already? Never mind. I think I was already at the other Whataburger at this point.
Yeah, but, you was.
Okay, yeah. So this was at the first one, and it was me and Sam running the shift. And it was overnight. We had one of my favorite employees at the time, Datavius. And this was his girlfriend at the time. But he also had another girl, and we was all on the same shift together.
It did not go well.
Okay, so first off, and then I had to have them. We were so busy. We was packed. The lobby was packed out. Like
Drive-through
was
in the
wrapped
street.
around in the street, all over the place. But y'all had to work together because y'all was my only cashiers.
Yeah.
So it's just like you just gotta work together. And then it was me, Datavia, Sam, you, her, and maybe like a fry station person, and maybe a front counter person. It was probably like us 7. It was somebody else there, but they was irrelevant. Oh, I think it was Josh.
Yeah.
Okay, he was there, but I think it was somebody else there, and I guess that person.
But they stayed in the front all the time.
Yeah, so we got to the point where it was just like our orders were like 40 minutes. Like, and then I just.
That was the location that would make me give up on Whataburger. I'm like,
We gave up
about to
on
go buy some
Whataburger.
fucking chicken.
And so at that time, like, man, and it was New Year's, and Sam wanted everybody to take a shot. Well, the people that was 21, because everybody wasn't 21, and we wasn't giving it to nobody that wasn't 21. But Sam,
We not going to shell for y'all.
yeah, he wanted everybody to take a shot, so he was coming to pour shot like alcohol in our drinks. The customers on the front, they were just turned up like that night.
New Year, so
Yeah.
Everybody drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody drunk. Everybody just
Parking lot smell like weed, all that.
Yep.
we were just wilding that night, and like the whole time I was thinking like, dang, what if they watched the cameras? Because if they watched the cameras, honestly, they probably would have fired us that night. Because you already know you got me and Datavius back there. We acting a fool.
Shots up.
You and Keandra arguing.
Bad.
Okay, that's what was holding us up too. Because it's like this man got both his girls here, and then
Oh, yeah. I couldn't be up there by myself with her. We did not spend a second not arguing. And it was just always, oh, well, go fuck with your nigga back there, bitch. But you actually fucking on him. I'm a whole virgin.
Right.
So, what now? It got to the point.
she got mad at me because I called you prettier than her.
It's true, though.
And she heard
Built
me
better,
say
too.
it.
Built better, too. So,
Still in good here.
But I felt bad because I did like Keandra as an employee, but like Tyra was cuter, but I didn't know she was. I didn't know Keandra was behind me when I said that. I'm like, fuck.
So what she do?
So
Like,
you have
bitch,
those
what
moments too where people be catching you telling the truth and you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that right now.
What did she? What was her reaction? She was just like,
It's like she got pissed off at me, but at the same time, it was at a point where I was like driving her home, picking her up, so.
she couldn't really.
And then it's like we were locked in that building. You can't leave, so you ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
And then Datavius ain't making it no better. He's like fucking. He's like giving a fuck. I'm like Datavius, you need to go handle that. I'm gonna get my orders out. You go fix. Nope. You want to stay? He said, I'm staying back here on the grill.
because he know he messed
I
up.
wasn't trying to get him to mix it up.
But see, and this is what I tried to tell her because she wasn't understanding.
Yeah.
Me and Datavius was already talking way before. Like, I've known that man since middle school. He's been like, I had
So y'all
like,
already been.
yeah, in middle school, I had like a huge crush on him in middle school.
Yeah.
And he had a huge crush on me. Hell, he cheated on his girlfriend at the time in middle school because of me.
Okay. So yeah.
So it was like,
He even, now that I think about
I'm not gonna lie
after,
to you, you just dropped a red flag. And a lot of people who are gonna pay attention to this just notice.
but it's like, it,
He's a
the
cheater.
same way you
Got
got
with
him, you gonna lose him.
but I didn't get with him. Because he stayed with her. He was never my boyfriend. I had a boyfriend.
He just wanted her.
Yeah. It was just a want. Like, he just wanted me. I had a boyfriend. Datavius knew that. My boyfriend was my best friend that the whole school knew about as just him being my best friend. But he was really my boyfriend.
Mm.
And this is why I choose to stay single.
And then
Unless
Datavius
somebody
ended
is
up.
like,
Okay,
no,
so his
you're
next
mine.
girlfriend, Jermisha, y'all kind of favored each other.
What's up with these?
Okay,
Wait till
did you-
Jermisha?
Did you know Jermisha?
I
Because
can't
she
do
worked.
it.
I got
Can't do
Jermisha
it.
hired on at the
Can't
other
do it.
Whataburger.
Oh, yeah. Because everybody always was like, are y'all sisters? And we'd always look at each other and be like, no, we're not
You
sisters.
knew her.
Yeah. She was there when I was working there.
No, this was another Whataburger. She wasn't at that
Oh.
Whataburger. She worked at me on the one on Veterans.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
She-
the other girl I'm
yeah.
thinking about is Jernice.
I did not like her.
Everybody swore up and down me and her were related.
No. Why? Because y'all both light?
That's what I was thinking too. Me and her was like, no, it's
I didn't
gotta be
like
because
her,
we
and there was
light-skinned.
another one. There was another one that had like afro puff, and she was light skinned. Her name not Jocelyn. What was her name?
Afro Thunder.
She was friends with damn, I forgot their names. But anyway, she was probably not a factor. I don't really can't think. It'll come to me later. But no, Datavius' next girlfriend like later. Dramisha. You never knew about her?
I knew another light skinned girl that he dated after basically me and Keandra, because she came through the drive through and I was in the window.
Oh.
And she hated that he was overnight with me. She hated it.
Oh yeah, because she was working with. I tried to get Datavius transferred over. Never got him transferred over, but I had his girlfriend working with me.
Oh, you worked with his girlfriend? Yeah, she hated that he was at the store with me.
Okay, so I remember me and him was in the car one day. He came over and he calling you, but he with her. And I'm like, cause he's like, oh, guess who I'm talking to? And me and him just driving. But he was talking to you on the phone. But I ain't gonna lie, Dramisha was nice. She was cool with me. Like she was a good girl. But
He sounds like a failed polygamist.
So in all honesty, he still does this. He can't let go of the attraction of women, especially me. If she was to call him right now, it's ooh Tyra.
look, let's call her.
Thanks.
There's only literally one of my.
Let me
exes.
see my baby.
There's literally only one of my exes that I consider my ex-wife, and I'm having a photo shoot with her this Saturday. That's it. And the only reason she gets the title of ex-wife is because back then I actually had the capacity to fall in love just off of the first couple of days or whatever. But now it's like, nah, I need like experiences. I need you to actually like show me you want me.
Right. I need
Because just like Marvin Gaye said, I want you, but I want you to want me too.
Hey! Turn your FaceTime on.
Oh God.
No, I ain't got no shirt on.
bro.
Let's see. We are live on Doobies to Dollars podcast.
Okay.
Look who I got with me today.
Hold on, man. What y'all doing? Y'all don't lie?
Look, I got my sister. This my friend Harold.
What up?
And that's who. Who that?
Yeah, how many people?
Yeah, I know who that is.
Who is it?
You want me to say it? Do I need to say it?
Say it out loud.
Man, that's my beautiful.
I can't
Ex-girlfriend.
with you right now.
That's your ex-girlfriend.
Yo, you know, party soon to be next. Ain't no telling.
Ex soon to be next. Hey! We were just talking about you and some of the Whataburger experiences, so I was like, let me just hit him up right quick.
Would, you know, that was the day.
Them was the days. When we get you on here, we're going to talk about our experiences, because we used to cheap so much.
Would, man, we used to do a whole lot, man.
We did a whole lot. But anyways, I'll hit you back up later.
All right, that's it. I'm at work, you know, making this good money.
Okay, make that good money for... Oh, not him.
I make my own money, sir. I'm good.
See? What did I say?
Hey, you said it.
But check this though. You would think it'd be like that because we had sex. No, I've never had sex with that man. And he sprung off of I have no idea what.
Because he didn't get it. That's the pussy that he lost. Like he
Thank
wants
you for saying it. Because you didn't give it to him that he's not done with you.
This is
probably
yours.
not ever. It's the type of person he is, and just the way honestly, okay, so it's very TMI. I just don't think it's good.
You don't think what's good?
You think his sex game is trash?
Yes. Like
How would you know?
I don't like. I just the way he does too much talk. I don't like a dude that does too much talk. Don't talk to me about how you gonna do me. Show me how you gonna do me.
You seen his?
You give a fair
you-
argument. You want to know how I know I have
Tell
good
me
dick?
to leave.
I get messages
Now I
like
start
this.
talking about the old meat, man. I'm like,
He's like, let me
Have
go.
you
I don't want no barbecue today.
You didn't want to leave.
Oh no, I've done one of that before.
It's an okay size.
I mean,
Don't do my boy like
I was
that.
too young to really be trying to
Okay.
figure out what it like
That's
what I'm
fair
supposed
enough.
to like what
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
Yeah, you're right.
So-
You wouldn't have known.
Like I know what it is, I know what to do, I know it's there. You know what I'm saying? But like, be like, oh yeah, this will do some damage. No, never put a thought to that.
He's the kind. He gonna make love. He gonna act like he wanna just fuck like a rabbit, but he gonna try to make love. He too sweet.
He's definitely too sweet, which is why I don't know why he keeps putting on this act boyhood hard.
He's
shit.
not. I wish he would stop. I wish he would stop with all this. I just hit him up the other day because I was like, you need to stop smoking and driving. You need to stop just hanging out in the hood. You need to stop just doing these things. Oh, he was riding with no seatbelt. And I'm commenting like, stop. Like, he's like, man, you the only person that ever tells me something. That's why we have fell off, because he didn't like me giving him the real. He want to hang out with people who just giving him bad influences. But
Everybody who co-signs your behavior but never critiques it is not in your corner.
yeah. So you get that, say
Is that
that
your
again,
real
say it a little
friend?
bit louder.
Everybody who condones your behavior but does not critique it is not in your corner.
Not your real friend.
Yeah. And I was his real mom, like that was like my
You
son.
was. You was a lot of people moms up there, I'm telling you.
I stay on my
That
own.
one. It's-
For the simple fact I complete the circle. If I hold myself to a higher standard, what the fuck makes you think I'm gonna stay hanging around you and you just falling off?
Yeah. But you know, the thing is, like, I really just, because he wants to branch out and really just be an artist and a rapper, and I want to help him get to the next level because I want to show him it's a better life.
I know a studio where he could drop $100 right now and waste 4 hours of his life if he wanted to.
Whoa, that's not bad.
Well, not for like just that 25, you know, $100.
Yeah.
Keep it moving, but at the same time, it's like, okay, when I was in middle school, my brother now, when I first met him in high school, he wanted to do music. But
Okay.
unfortunately, he was a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
This usually stops a lot of people from putting stuff out because you also wanted to make it sound perfect to you.
Yeah.
Over time, I really started to see how many people had musical talent, but they didn't have that one thing called just fucking do it.
And see, and that's the thing that I feel like me and Tyra have gotten accomplished, because some of the guest lineups that we have, I feel like people would be scared to reach out to them just because they feel like they're afraid of rejection, or like, you know, we're a brand new podcast, so just to say like, hey, you want to come on Doobies to Dollars, and then I don't have really nothing to show.
Got you.
Damn, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, but yeah, pretty much like you just gotta move forward. Like, I didn't care if they don't respond to me, or I've had people reject me and sit up there and say no. I've had a few people, which I wish I could name drop, but I'm not gonna do because that's the wrong thing to do, but have tried to charge me. This one girl even tried to ask me for some gas money
In the same city.
in the same city.
Facts.
I hate that I'm even bringing up this hood proverb. If you got a pussy, you shouldn't be broke.
Yeah.
If you're doing what you coming on here to talk about, hell, you shouldn't be broke.
Yeah. Okay, so this girl, and I'm not gonna drop her name because I do rock with her music, and hopefully one day she could still come on here. But I'm not gonna pay somebody gas money to come on here. So this is how it went. I feel like she has about 50, 60,000 Instagram followers. Her numbers on YouTube about 35,000 views. So she is, you know, she got a little.
She's got some heat.
Yeah, she got a little heat. From out here. And so I hit her up, and then they always ask me, well, what's your budget? So what I would respond is, I say, well, look, I'm a new podcast. I'm not at the point where I'm paying guests to come on my show. If you feel like I should be paying you to come on here, I respect that. Let me get my clout up, or let me get my funds up, and then I'll invite you back. And typically they'll respect that. But she was like, oh, that's cool. As long as you just give me some gas money, I'll come do it. And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, Why are you
Huh?
Why
asking
did you
me
even
for?
ask that? Like,
Why would you ask me for some gas money to come be on my podcast? Like, I can understand if you think I should pay you to be on the podcast, but some gas money?
you don't even got gas money.
You shouldn't be
The
doing music.
conversation would have been so different if she would have led with the gas money. I feel
Hell,
like
it would
I,
probably
no,
would
no,
have been a
I really do
conversation.
feel like you would have been like, okay, fuck it, just gas money, bet. But seeing as how she was trying to charge you beforehand,
Oh yeah, you're right.
Then come with the
Yeah.
gas money.
I can see what you're saying. Yeah, I would have
Like, you're
taken
trying to
that.
get anything you can get out the
Mhm,
situation.
right.
Yeah, I would have taken that better. So
That's true.
say I would have said, yeah, I'm giving you gas money. I give her $10.
interview done.
I gave you gas money,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not paying anybody to be on Doobies to Dollars because you should just help somebody out. I'm a big fan of cross promotion, helping somebody out. You don't know who I am, so yes, they see Doobies to Dollars, and I don't have a big following, but I have big fans.
I'm a snitch on myself, but I'm not gonna snitch on myself. There's no dry snitching.
Okay.
A lady in our industry who got caught up with Lil Baby was actually gonna do some work with me pro bono, but because I don't know, maybe it was location or just she wanted me to travel to her, I got turned off to the experience for the simple fact it's like not only am I gonna be coming off of more money just to work with you, it's like I don't see the benefit.
Okay, so I don't respect her, and let me tell you why.
Go for
I
it.
don't respect that.
She's a big ass groupie.
I feel like if you out here selling your cat, they flying you out, a big rapper, especially some, or fuck that, any guy, if they flying you out for some cat or to hang out with you or whatever, and he paid you all that money, bitch, keep your mouth shut, because you fucking up the game for the next bitch. So I feel like all the content creators, all the hoes, you know, they got mad at her because it's like, damn, so.
You broke an unspoken rule.
Yeah. It's not like he did. I can see if they got some money and they don't chunk you nothing, then will I get mad if you do that? Probably not. But the amount of money Lil Baby
Gave her,
bitch, keep your mouth shut.
Absolutely, because you didn't make that much from Brazzers. And one scene, hell no. Hell no.
Hey.
I know exactly how much they get paid.
So-
Why? I actually got a model started with them.
So then think about that, right? So she would have did that that one time, but if she would have kept her mouth shut,
she probably
she
would
could
have
have
got
got
3
more
times
money out of it. Yeah, she could have kept doing it because if it was good, shoot, he would have called her back.
It had to be for the simple fact she started spazzing on him.
Oh, she thought it, but I don't know if hers was good to him. Obviously, his dick was good.
She bragged on
Yeah.
Not everybody.
I'm
feels
just
the same.
not gonna do that. I'm not a fan of dropping. But which brings me to another story. What do you think about? Do you run across girls that are prostitutes, escorts, call girls, 304?
Okay, restate the question because I do not want to answer you incorrectly.
Okay, so I didn't know if you had much knowledge or any of y'all really on, like, do you know what the difference between a prostitute, a streetwalker, a hooker, a call girl, a escort,
Yes, I do.
a sugar baby? What is the difference? Let's start with the lowest level.
All these terms go under the same umbrella of a woman of companionship.
Okay.
I would consider sugar babies at the lowest level for the simple fact 9 times out of 10 that's the age demographic between, say, 16 to 24. 16, why older niggas like to groom women into what they want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
Once 18 hits and you're in your college phase and you're just really trying to find somebody gullible enough to give you money, you're gonna find them.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because unfortunately a king without discipline is just a weak man with money. The majority of sugar babies are going to be in college, and they're going to be the ones that have the fancy car, the nice clothes, and everything else, but you never see them go to work.
Mm-hmm.
But you always see them leave with that nigga with all the money. The older motherfucker that you think is their dad, but really he's not.
Or they pull up with something new and you just be wondering how you got that and you have no job. What's your occupation?
There was a lot of sugar babies at TSU, especially with the administration cheating on their wives. But
Oh,
anyway, moving
wow.
forward. From there, you get streetwalkers. From there, you get streetwalkers.
I wouldn't-
Chicks who don't want pimps, but have found a way to make money off the cat.
Okay.
That's the best that I can say it. Prostitutes, you're good at what you do, but you're so fucking irresponsible, a pimp probably saved your life.
Okay, yeah.
Or destroying.
That as well. It's a 50-50.
But there are good pimps out there, so let's not get it twisted.
Yeah,
there's one.
There's so many different types of pimping. I don't even want to get into.
We'll get in pimping another day. 'Cause that's a whole nother story.
Okay, sugar babies, streetwalkers, prostitution. What else?
Escorts.
Escort and call girl, because those are different things.
Okay. I'm gonna put call girl under escort for the simple fact a call girl is somebody who you could literally open up a book and be like, her.
Yeah, they place ads.
An escort, they also place ads, but you're gonna have to go find her or be recommended to her, or you're gonna have to give like other references from other escorts that you fucked with for her to be like, okay, you're safe enough for me to deal with.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are gonna be like, yeah, you could have me for a whole week for like $5,000.
Yeah.
Or even more than that. The simple fact that they do that, 9 times out of 10, an escort will end up being an Instagram influencer or a Twitter or just social media
Yeah, okay,
influencer,
so
period.
like my biggest I'm like the biggest fan of this one. Specifically, I'm gonna say her name. She has so much respect for me. She calls it like it is, and she's just big. Riley Rabbit. That is my bitch. I love her. I hope I get on her podcast. I hope she comes on my podcast. She's just my absolute babe because she keeps it so real, and I feel like she my friend in my head, I swear.
Oh. This is how I know I don't pay attention to names. This is my first time hearing Riley Rabbit.
Yeah.
The moment you said Riley, I started laughing a little bit in my head because Riley Reid just announced she's about to get married. And high key, the video I watched roasted the dude who like proposed to her because everybody was basically saying, why? Why did you do this? Why are you doing this to yourself? Stop it. Like, the one joke that made me laugh the most is that he will never satisfy his woman for the simple fact she's been filled with so much BBC. There is no other way he can satisfy her. I was like, fuck, he's right. And yeah, Riley Rabbit, is she like Vegas or New York?
So let me I really don't want to say anything incorrect about her because I really do admire her. She started off as $100 Backpage hoe.
Oh.
Okay. She got a pimp and she's openly admitted, I think she's had 2 pimps. She held them down. She was like that ride or die bitch.
Oh, okay.
But she was the one that was soaking up all the game.
Got you.
Right? She did, as far as I know, she didn't have any bad experience with having a pimp. She then, and I hope I'm getting this right, she was doing that for a while and went on to escorting.
Uh-huh.
And then
You know Sienna West is an escort in Houston, right?
No, I don't know who that is. But yeah, she went on to escort. She actually worked at the Bunny Ranch as well.
Now you see, those are some classy young ladies.
Yeah.
Had to say
So
it
then
just like that.
now she, okay. Oh, she's cute.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to find her on Instagram. But now she has a podcast. I believe she's done with that whole lifestyle, and she has her OnlyFans.
Cool. She's up.
She's big. She got a lot of followers too.
She out these streets.
Yeah. So I know she'll be coming to Houston. So any Riley Rabbit fans, please recommend my podcast for her because I would love to have her on here.
Do that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Big booty white girl.
Now you see, I don't know. I'm not really attracted to white women like that. And it's not necessarily over like, oh, it's a race thing. No, it's just like I've never really just looked in that direction. Like I see some cute white women, but where I'm from,
That's
I'm
kind
like
of me.
that with white women.
where I'm from, I'm mainly
Like I've never asked a like white girl for her phone number. Like being a single man ever in life. Like
I remember
nothing against. I just never had. They always been my friend. Like we just cool.
I've been afforded the opportunity going across the street, like from U of H and all these other places, but I forget what bar I was at recently. Ooh, Rooftop or something. It was one of those 3-story places.
Mm-hmm.
And
Standing on the top floor, watching all these white women party, my eyes kept drifting over to this Russian chick because she looked like a black woman. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You looking at that?
Yeah, because what I'm so used to seeing in American white women who like want to be around brothers is they basically act like black women.
Yeah, I don't like
And
that.
it's the only reason I don't like it is because it's like, okay, I'm fucking with you because I want a different experience.
True.
Yeah.
Only way it's like okay to me is if you really like that. Like, but you know, a lot of them don't really be like that. But if you really like that, then cool, acceptable. But,
Absolutely.
yeah, if you just like trying to blend in because you dating another race or whatever, it's like,
Yeah.
just be you. Like, you can be Katie, it's fine. Be Katie that likes to go to Abercrombie, that's cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with
Absolutely.
that.
Be yourself. We accept that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
But
Like,
yeah.
Whenever people comment on your pictures or message me about you from my page, they always ask if you're white. I'm like, no, she's Creole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't get it. I get it. I get it. Like, I can see it. I can see why they think that. I can see why they think I'm different races, different colorways, or whatever. But I can see it. So I'm kind of used to that at this point. But yeah, so I know a lot of girls, like, I really respect the fact that Riley Rabbit was just so open with saying how it was. Yeah, I'm $100 back pay, Joe. Now, which she don't accept that no more, that was years ago. But you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of girls that they just don't want to, they are in that lifestyle, but they don't want to
Admit it.
Yeah, they want to call it something different than what they're actually doing.
I'm living my best life, all this other good stuff. No.
Almost in a way like they're ashamed.
Are,
Yeah, I think they're ashamed that, like, I don't think anything's wrong with being a prostitute. And if that's where you're at in life, then that's you. I'm not, no one's here to judge. I think society judges.
It's one of
That's what
those
it is.
world's oldest professions that a lot of people so-called don't respect anymore. But think of it like this. I've actually had to do the experiment on this.
What'd you do?
If prostitution was made legal, rape would go down.
Yeah, it's legal in
Right.
certain places, though. But
In certain places.
it
But think about
depends
it.
because I think majority of people that are getting raped are underage.
I was just
Absolutely.
about
Child
to say,
molestation is an epidemic that people need to fucking address, but unfortunately they're
They
trying to
always just
normalize.
like to sweep it under.
because I
They
was about
are
to
trying
say,
to
like,
normalize
when
pedophilia.
is
Because the
rape going
whole
down for
trans movement with
adults?
the whole trans age, transracial, all that other good shit, they're trying to get to the whole point of transhumanism, and I'm not with that shit. I'm human. I'm a child of God. I accept the body that I'm in. Because why? I'm perfect the way I fucking am.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it could go down in adult cases or the case that's getting reported, but it's a lot of children out here getting.
It happens a lot in foster homes and a lot of places that other people would think that it's not happening, but
It happens
unfortunately
in
it's
a
happening.
normal 2-parent household too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I follow this YouTube channel called Think Before You Sleep. One of the videos that he did actually followed a young lady who had basically went through what you would call one of the worst experiences any young black woman could go through. California, all this other good stuff. One of the stories that she told that actually started to make me like tear up was that one of her foster fathers not only duct taped her to a chair, he drilled screws into her head.
Oh, she was on Soft White Underbelly. Yeah.
Her story, like,
That made me cry.
didn't necessarily break me,
And
but
she was
it
a
made
good girl, but the guy on Soft White Underbelly, he actually helped her. She's doing much better now.
absolutely. I
she
did the
is,
whole
but
update and everything.
That was so.
It
oh my
pissed me
gosh.
off because it made me realize the correlation, because a little bit of the same experience that she went through, my god sister went through. And the fucked up part about it is, instead of her like seeking help, she just turned to women.
Yeah.
So
I think a lot of the women that go through that, or girls, or even little boys that go through that,
they end up turning toward the same gender.
it really, not only that, it helps you determine how strong someone's mind is, because a lot of them be fucked off.
Absolutely. Because when Nas X dropped Montero, me being the way I am, I immediately pushed it away because I recognize all the symbology, all the other good shit.
Bro.
The only thing about it is that I something about it kept keeping it on my heart, because I was like, what led you here? And then when I found out his mother was drug addicted, I was like, there it is. That's that missing puzzle piece. there's that missing puzzle piece. Because what he went through when he was younger, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff, and why you don't feel like people are comfortable with talking about these kinds of things?
They're
They
not
have
comfortable
no voice.
because they've never been told it's not your fault.
Mm.
Because the funny thing about it is, it's not your fault that somebody assaulted you or just outright defiled your boundary.
Yeah.
What would be your fault is if you decide to not, and I know this isn't everybody's option, if you either decide to stay or accept that. Because what I've been noticing a lot lately is people have been normalizing their dysfunction.
Yeah.
In a recent video that I just watched, I literally watched a young lady in her best attempt ever to basically explain why a toxic relationship was more exciting to her than somebody being stable. And it took my brain literally doing gymnastics just to sit here and be like, I could never. On again, off again, constantly fighting, constantly doing all that other shit.
Yeah.
No. I'm supposed to be your piece and you're supposed to be mine. What is this? No.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like, a lot of people don't just have a voice either.
That's a fair statement, and at the same time, too many people are afraid to speak because they feel they will go unheard.
It's something. Oh, there it goes.
Or it'll be like how it was for me in court. They just drown you out and basically make you answer the lies, especially if you're a child trying to testify for yourself. The defendant's lawyer is just gonna feed you their crap to where you as a child, you're not gonna differentiate from what they're actually trying to get you to say versus what you're actually supposed to be up there saying.
Yeah.
And they do that a lot too, because I know my little sister's dad, his lawyer tried to do that. That's why we had to go to court 4 times, because they couldn't decipher my story because of her.
Because of who?
The lawyer.
Oh, the lawyer he had.
Yeah. So basically, if I'm telling the story, like they gave me some dolls, basically to just reenact it with the dolls. So when I did that, she'd be like, oh, okay, so you mean you wanted it?
Oh, wow.
Bitch, I'm 7. What the fuck I know about this grown man dick? Damn holes are this big. With like,
I saw this morning, and all I thought was, this is not what is okay. I'm listening to you, love, because trust me, I've seen some of those court cases. Fuck these lawyers. Because exactly at the end of the day, they do their job, but at the same time, when they're on the side of the person that you know did you wrong, it's like, bro,
why you over there?
how are you able to sleep at night?
Right.
Like, how are you defending that? Like, how?
And then I think what it was
Yeah, that made you like cringe a little bit, didn't you?
because you remember how I said they didn't have the rape kit? She didn't feel like my testimony was strong enough.
But you're a kid. Like, how do they expect you just to be knowing all about this stuff when no one's probably even talked to you about sex, so you have no clue what the fuck is even going on? And
the other day, I had to repost the IG story that was basically saying that in society, and I've actually have seen this, a lot of younger black women are treated older than what they actually are. And that's an unfair perception, because how the fuck do you determine innocence and so-called knowledge just off of so-called skin color? Last time, at the end of the day, we all societally believe 18 is when you become an adult. You can do all types of shit. But anything else below that, what?
Yeah, that's how I felt like it was for me. I just instantly just had to grow the fuck up. Like, I literally, like, you know how, like, you hear some stories, some kids where they didn't been off, they go out of town to these off-the-wall countries, they're seeing all these amazing things. Never done it. It's just straight, like, if the one thing I didn't do as adulthood was just pay bills. That's the only adult thing I didn't do.
yeah.
Oh, and sex. But, yeah. That's it. Other than that, it was just literally helping my mom pick her slack. Like, damn, your child got issues too. Can we heal me first? I know you was traumatized, but I kind of was traumatized just a little bit more. Just a little bit. So it's like, let's fix the hurt one first.
I'm so glad I'm trying to be a therapist. There's a lack of black male therapists in the field, so I'm so glad I'm trying to do that.
That too, because all my therapists were white.
Yeah, so it's like how when you're going to therapy for this, how do you expect them to understand what the hell you're even going through? Like, how are you supposed to talk to you in a black household, but they're a different race? Or like, how are you supposed to talk to a kid about these things just because you have a college degree? That doesn't. I think I'm more certified than a lot of people because I can get people to open up and talk to me and just help them get past it.
I mentor at least 10 young men under me, and the funny thing about it is I didn't seek them out. They sought me out simply because of the shit I was posting on social media.
Mm-hmm.
One young cat that I'm mentoring, he actually reached out to me as a photographer first. He wanted to pay me to like record a concert for him in like Jamaica. And I was like, I have not heard of you at all, but you're about to do a concert in Jamaica. So I'm like, all right, cool. About to pay me whatever money I asked for. What ended up starting off as a business relationship ended up being more like a big brother, little brother thing. And then when his girlfriend broke up with him, when I say I saw a ugly spectrum of emotions I saw out of a young cat, I was like, this is not cool. Bring your ass here so I can talk to you. Because the majority of the things that were being suggested to him by other young men was like shit that was going to end up having him being in prison for the rest of his life. It was like, why are you listening to these people?
Yeah, why do your friends tell you, or people tell you like to do fucked up things, or like, especially when you're in such an emotional state?
I think, and this had to be told to me, hate travels faster than love. It's why a lot of times when we share shit, it causes like an arousement out of us. If it's making you love it, you're so quick to the chest with it, you don't want to share it with nobody. But if you're mad about it, oh yeah, you're going to share that shit quick. I think what he was doing was basically expressing himself, and through the grapevine, people who were also feeling the same way or who were capable of those things were just really trying to get him on their side.
Yeah.
This is why a lot of times it just really takes that one good person to be like, hey, bro, you know that shit's not cool, right?
Yeah.
That's why when you were telling old boy what he was doing, like, a lot of times, like, what is it saying? I didn't get my one last chance, or like, nobody really reached out to me. A lot of times people do. But unfortunately, you get so wrapped up in your emotions, you ignore them. Like, I hate that I'm even talking about this, but I've gotten past it. I was suicidal from the ages of 10 to 17. What stopped me was literally getting kicked out of my mother's house and living with my dad for 3 years. If it wasn't for my dad, I probably wouldn't be having this conversation with you.
Yeah.
A lot of times people just need that one good mentor or that one person that they know is solidly in their corner to literally pull them back from like the point of no return.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I see nobody has that now. Everybody's either trying to compete to look better than each other on social media, or you're just literally chasing after something that you think is your ultimate goal in life, but really it's just a temporary means to an end. For the simple fact that so many people sign up for OnlyFans in 2020 not only blew my mind, but it proved to me that so many people don't know their purpose.
Oh yeah.
Like
we
when
can touch on that.
Like when I say don't,
Bro.
Got you.
Y'all can keep talking. I'll be right back.
It felt like a lot of people didn't know their purpose for the simple fact that they were so willing to give up their body for exchange of a little bit of money. What happened for me in 2020 is my business went from here to here. The simple fact that I've worked with so many music labels now, it's like, okay, I really don't need to deal with normal people no more. I've worked with Rap a lot. I've worked with Money Gang Empire. And that's just 2 labels that I could actually drop without anybody like having a problem.
They just had to mix it, didn't they? The Money Gang Empire. I saw the.
They literally just dropped the mixtape
online. Yeah.
My old boss sent me like a link for Eventbrite to show up to his radio interview, but this was more important to me because I haven't seen y'all in a minute. It kind of blew my mind on how I only saw a small sliver of people actually pull out their hustle, their talent, or whatever it was to get them to where they're going, and how so many other people were just willing to just
masturbate on camera, and it's like, is this really how you think of yourself?
Mm-hmm.
What
Like-
it was is Bella Thorne breaking OnlyFans.
Yeah, you know,
Once Bella Thorne made
she fucked it
what
up.
3 bill or 3 bill or trill, it was one of them
crazy
numbers.
bill.
Some crazy number.
Yeah, one of them wild ass numbers. After she made OnlyFans reconsider how they paying them now, that's what. Oh, let me go make one now. Let me go make one. Let me go.
The
make
moment Daniel Bergali made $1 million in 6 hours,
that made more people. That made more people be like, let me go ahead and go make me an OnlyFans real quick.
absolutely, because the enticement of money will cause a lot of people to do whatever the fuck that they weren't willing to do in the beginning.
What's really fucked up though is the fact that okay, so Bella Thorne and Danielle Bergoli, they already have money, loads of it.
A lot of Twitch girls started getting on OnlyFans too, because they started getting kicked off Twitch for all their nip slips and everything else.
So it's you kind of taking advantage from other people in a sense, especially because you making OnlyFans go back and change their terms and stuff.
Yeah, really, it really messed people up, especially, people who are actually making money from it, because capping us at a certain amount, it's hard for fans almost to tip more than 100 a day. Like, there's guys who want to be pay pigs and throw their money, and then they can't. It's unfortunate. But, hey.
When was it when like a lot of chicks were complaining in popular culture that dudes just kept asking for nudes? When was this? This had to be like in 2009, maybe.
Okay, but this is before the Snapchat era.
Oh,
Yeah.
what them send nudes?
Yeah, the thing about it was,
hated that.
I really feel like there was somebody out there that was like, send me $5, and then after that, they didn't have any problem sending out their nudes.
That's when. Okay, so I guess like as Snapchat began, that's when more people started to wanted to introduce a premium snap. Because the send nudes was talking about if you send me $5, I'll send you a nude. Okay, well if we doing all this, let's take it to Snapchat.
Yeah. See, I came in a little after the Snapchat era. I came in when the Snapchat era was at its downfall, about 3 years ago.
I really want to delete Snapchat, but that's really where I.
Not Snapchat itself, but selling Snapchat.
Gotcha.
Because OnlyFans was introduced, Patreon was introduced, but people took some more OnlyFans for sexual purposes rather than Patreon, even though there are content creators with that.
There's a lot of ASMR chicks who do like shit naked on Patreon.
Mm-hmm. So, I feel like when the OnlyFans era came, Snapchat started to die down. And then we got this whole big wave on OnlyFans in 2020 with the COVID that camming itself started to die down. Which, it's hard to say because there is people that still make a lot of money on cam. I've seen a decline in my money on cam versus OnlyFans because OnlyFans is all the wave and girls are like, shoot, I just got an OnlyFans. I don't have to sit on cam for like 3-4 hours trying to get these tokens when I could just get an OnlyFans, but it's not that easy.
This slightly touches on it, but isn't necessarily in the same vein.
Okay.
I usually give a prediction to women that high key is like stock market predicting, but it's more about men. I told one of my closer female friends the other day, the men that you are used to dealing with are quickly dying out. The simple fact that you didn't understand what I was telling her right then and there, I'm glad I'm here to where I can actually wholeheartedly say it.
Okay.
There are more young men who are now looking more toward what their purpose is in life other than just getting a nut.
Okay.
Because, not gonna lie, if I have to pay just to have a natural body function with somebody who I'm just trying to have sex with, that desensitivizes me unless I'm just really simpish or beta, however they want to call it.
So what do you mean by that breakdown?
Okay, what part do you want me to break?
The part where you have to pay, because I feel like a lot of guys trying to make girlfriends out of cam models, and we're here for the money. We're not here to be your girlfriend.
Absolutely.
So why don't they find another girl?
It's about the fantasy love. Not your everyday normal woman is going to be willing to do your fantasy unless you're just that dude that she wants to be slutted out by.
Yeah.
I myself,
It takes a lot for me to get aroused by someone for the simple fact that if you start going off at the mouth and you say something intelligent, everything else just turns off. I consider myself more of a sapiosexual for the simple fact I would like to mate with a woman who matches me intelligently. Why? You can hear it from the way I talk right now. I'm not about to talk about low level shit. I'm not about to talk about people. I'm not about to talk about fucking celebrity culture. I would rather talk about books. Like the one book that I'm reading right now and I'm probably about to reread is Jordan B. Peterson's 12 Rules of Life, An Antidote to Chaos. The simple fact that I read intimidates women. For the simple fact of the matter of there's a lot of shit that you can tell me, but I'm probably have read something that goes counterproductive against that. I lost a lot of female friends the moment I just really started bucking back against the feminism movement for the simple fact it's like, okay, this has been argued about for decades. Here are the facts. Oh, you're just... Alright, cool. Peace out.
But you know what happened? As we got older and as society keeps changing and these new generations keep popping up, they keep holding... The women are upholding themselves to a different level. That's why they're not on yours no more. They don't want to be because as the new level keeps coming, all they're seeing is what a man got in his pocket, what's in his pants, what's barely on his brain, what he driving, what he got on, what I got on, can we match, do he look good, do I look good with him, can we make a YouTube?
Relationships do not last.
Yeah.
That's all they think about, because it's nothing to, like you said, go pick up a book, go read some shit, find some shit you like. Plenty of books, plenty of categories. Anything you can go do. But a female's not gonna go do it. Lashes, wigs, hair, waxing, that's nail. All they give a fuck about.
The only reason I'm sighing is because you said a lot of truth. Yeah.
Like, I don't know no female that read a book. Like, I'll read books. Like, I'll read books on my phone. Like, a hardcover, I'm probably more likely not going to read a hardcover only because I'll put something down and I feel like that shit walks away.
Hey, you're absolutely right. It takes me a minute just to write my own book, but that's just because I have so much shit going on in my life. A lot of those past hobbies that will be considered time fillers that will develop a person, because we could just go on Instagram and do this all day, that shit's not developed. And that's why I was mad at 2020. You went ahead and started OnlyFans when you could have learned how to build houses.
You know, I was big on preaching to people, you know, about not just starting OnlyFans, but, you know, taking the stimmies and investing them. Doing something.
I'm up $200 in the stock market.
Yeah, something as simple as that. Like, what's so hard? You're getting free money. Now, if you're really behind on your bills and you really just, you know, you need to use that for other things, then I got it. But other than that, why are you just fucking it off?
Images.
Like, do something, but...
There's a scooter company that actually started up in Houston because of the PPP. Now, mind you, he's operating in a gray area, but because it's so popular in Austin, they redid their whole infrastructure and made like scooter lanes and bike lanes for these people.
Oh, that's cool.
There's a lot of businesses that could have been started up in Houston just off of the payment protection plan, but it seems like nobody thought of that.
Yeah.
Like, the most funny story that I've heard is one chick scammed a PPP loan and now took out a GoFundMe just to pay it back.
I saw that online.
It was absolutely hilarious.
I shared it too. It
was hilarious to me because it's like, so you took $20,000 to where you could have started a home business, actually hired somebody and not have to actually pay that money back, but you out here scamming.
That's another thing.
There's a lot of scammers.
Yeah,
scamming went up like this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scammers.
So many fake phone calls. I'm so glad I got this Google feature where I could just screen the call. Once they hear that shit, it's like, yeah, boy, bye.
What it is the wrong person went into, oh, I just made some quick money like this. Let's blow it up.
Yeah.
That's all anybody really want.
I couldn't see myself doing white collar crime, having to change my identity, hide my face all the time.
Yeah, I'm not with the scamming. But shit, thank you for coming to stop by, Doopies to Dollars.
I appreciate it.
Even though, you know, the night didn't go according to plan.
It's absolutely fine. This means this was meant to happen.
Yeah, true. This was good. Thank you.
You're